Hello and happy Tuesday to everyone. How are you doing? Please come in. I hope everyone is having a great day thus far. And we are going to get into things. We're going to get into it because um, you know, um as always there is a lot going on. So, do me a favor, please come in and like the video for me. Today, I will be answering your questions as it pertains to what the entire flu flam is going on right now. And the question really is this, you know, is this a psyop? Is this just plans of the deep state that are coming to fruition, right? We have the psyop angle, the deep state angle, the maybe it's just an incompetent administration. Maybe the current president of the United States is playing 5D chess. Maybe he's playing 50D chess. Maybe it's 1,000D chess. Uh, is what's happening uh, politically and globally? Is this the work of the tiny hats? Are the tiny hats doing things right? We just don't know. We just don't know. So we're going to ask Spirit what is going on. We're going to ask Spirit. We're going to ask Spirit together. And, once we ask Spirit, then maybe we'll have some things to fully think about. So go ahead, do me a favor. Like I said, come on in, hit the like button, and prepare yourself to ask your questions because things are happening, things are going on, a lot is going on. And unfortunately, things that happen out there in the world affect all of us, right? We see what gas prices are right now, food costs, right? I think there was um a conversation about potentially we may need to stock up on things. Is this just fear mongering? Is this just, um, like I said, is this fear mongering? Is this, are we just overreacting? What is truly going on? So, like I said, we're going to get into things, and together we will see what is going on. Let me say hello to everyone. Let me first make this bigger. Let me make this regular. Make this a little bit bigger. Okay. We're gonna get into some things. We're gonna get into some things. And yeah. So let me see something really quick. Let me get rid of all the stuff on my pewter. Right? On my pewter. On my pewter. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. All right. Can everyone hear me? Please say I can hear you or type a number 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Let me get rid of this. Okay, let me get rid of this. I'm one of those people that have 5 million tabs open across 3 different browsers because I use different browsers for different things. We don't want that. Okay. All right, my darlings. All right, my beloveds. All right, I see the one going on here in the chat. All right. Now let me get my camera going. because I'm one of these people that I do not have my camera just open or uncovered on my laptop. I always have my camera covered because ain't nobody gonna be spying on me. Okay, opening my camera. Okay, not me, not me. So let me do one more thing. Now, if you are someone that is new, if you are someone that is new to my channel and you are wanting to ask a question, be sure to um put either a purple heart or a purple crystal ball next to your question so that I know that you are asking a question. Because, of course, there will be people having a good old time chatting and holding conversations in the chat. And I want to be able to answer your questions as you list them. Okay. And it's a beautiful day today. Amen. Beautiful day today. At least here in San Jose it is. And the birds are outside chirping. They're doing the bird thing. Okay. All right. So, let me fix this. Let me fix this like this. No, no. Come back. Come back. All right. All right. So we are here together. We are here together. All right, my beloveds. So, why can't I not see? Okay. Let me say hello to everyone. Empress, hey girl. D-Dub, Sleepy B, CS, CN1, Growing Process, Ultraviolet, Gloria, hello Gloria. Uh-huh. My good sis. Yes, D-Dub is here. All right. Now, where is Curacao at? Where's Curacao? I have not seen Curacao in so long. Where is our good sis Curacao? If you see her, you tell her, please stop by here. Because I haven't seen her, but I definitely was thinking about her, I think last month. Definitely was thinking about her last month. Okay, now, the questions that you all asked tonight will be directly in relation to what is going on in this government, current things that the current president of the United States has said. You know, there was a tweet about wiping Iran completely off the map earlier this morning. If you did not see the thumbnail for this video, please go back and read it because it was a real thing. Keep your questions as it pertains to Iran, Israel, United States war. All of the things that's going on. What really is going on? Is this just this president doing what he does? Are there actors behind the scenes? You know, we need to know because things are happening. Gas prices are rising. Inflation is inflating. The United States petrodollar is dying. Is this a new world order? We just don't know. Okay, we just don't know. So, all right. So now that you all know the scope, please stay within the scope as it pertains to these questions. Okay? Please, 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 please remain in scope. Okay. So, all right. The first question is from Sleepy B, and she asks, is it just me or does it feel like folks are walking around in a collective fog? I mean, I think it just really, really depends on who you talk to and the people that you are around. There are some people who don't even care about what's going on. There are some people, you know, who say don't pay attention to it, don't worry about it. It just really depends on who you are as a person, whether you care about what's going on or not. But whether we like it or not, whether we care about it or not, these things are affecting us, affecting all of us. Okay. And I honestly feel sorry for people who have to, they were filling up their gas tank once a week. Now they're just like, gas prices are so damn high, they don't know what they're going to do. There are people out here in our country who are barely making it. This is not helping, right? And the spiritual person that unfortunately, I am connected to the global pulse of what's going on. Um, so I feel all of this, but let's see what spirit has to say. Like, I feel so bad about people who live here in San Jose and then they have to drive up to San Francisco, right? Now, this is the Bay Area, and a lot of people do have electric cars, but everyone does not have an electric car. Okay. I do not have an electric car, but I don't go outside and drive. I maybe get in my car and drive once every 2 to 3 weeks, if that. So it doesn't really affect me as far as filling up my tank. But yeah, these grocery prices are absolutely insane. And I almost cuss real quick before I get into this question. I almost cussed somebody out on Threads the other day because some bozo had the nerve to say that, oh, food in California is cheaper than everywhere else. And I said, you a damn fool and you a damn lie. Because food in California is not cheaper than other places. Okay. You go into Safeway. Okay, Safeway is the major grocery store in this area. You got Safeway, there's Food Max, of course there's Sprouts and Whole Foods. But all the fruits and vegetables that grow here is still high as hell in the store. They're still high in the store, even though a lot of it grows here. There are cattle ranches here. That beef is still high. Okay, it's still high. The shit is high here. Okay, it's high. So I almost had to cut somebody out because please believe last year and the year before last, no, not even last, yeah, last year when I was in Salt Lake City, you better believe that we bought a whole bunch of stuff from Sam's Club. And when we drove from Salt Lake City back here to San Jose, oh, you better believe the back of the SUV was filled up with all them groceries. Okay. Mm-hmm. At regular prices. Same thing when I was in Vegas 2 years ago for my birthday. Oh, you better believe we bought all the food in Sam's Club in Vegas and drove back with it because it was cheaper in those two states that's here than here. Okay. So, these bozos out here. Anyway, let's get into this. Okay. So Sleepy Bee, it's not even that it's a fog. It's not even about fog. It's people just emotionally are checked out. It's not fog. People are emotionally checked out and they're losing money. So it's not even they don't care. They don't care. Um yeah, people are checked out. Um oh child. People are checked out, but the thing about it is that when things start getting to where let me see if this can make this better a little bit. When things start getting to where people are losing money like this, and when these things start to change, people end up doing things that they may not want to do. Okay. But people, it's not even about fall. It's just people have emotionally checked out. A lot of people have emotionally checked out. They don't have any more to give. But the way that finances are changing, the way that, inflation, all these different things, people are getting to a point to where um this may be in some people's future. And I'm not saying death as in physical death, but something will be forced to change and it may not be good. But a lot of people have emotionally checked out, and some people are actually looking to do things or thinking about doing things that may be risky to get by. So, it's wild. It's wild. It's not even a fog, it's just people are emotionally spent. Um, okay, let me see what you say. You said, I spoke with her on her birthday. She's been going through some personal things, but she mentioned she. Okay, well, please send her my love next time you talk to her. Please send her my love. Hey, Alvin. Hey, Queen Black. Okay, so next question is from Growing Process, and she asks, "What is in the orange man's Kool-Aid?" Girl, listen, I don't. Let me just say that there are so many things going on right now. So many things are going on at once, and I know I've seen things that have been really, really interesting, but I have my thoughts about these things. But I want to see what Spirit has to say. But I hope that someone asks the right question so that I can pull those answers because I know some things, but we're gonna see what Spirit has to say. But what's in this Kool-Aid? Let's see. Because it's not just him, but like I said, somebody has to ask the question. Has to ask the right question. Somebody has to ask the right question. Okay, so what? Hmm. Okay, so okay, interesting, interesting. So he's absolutely taking action. He's doing things, but part of what's going on is, and as simple and as crazy as this may, as simple and as crazy as this may sound, um, he is going off, he's flying off the rails because people aren't liking him anymore. You like whoever you like, politician wise or whatever, but he is going off the rails right now because he's a narcissist. I am not a mental health professional of any kind, but he's a narcissist. So he's flying off the rails right now because he's seen the reaction from polls or people on social media or whatever that they're not liking him. He is losing a lot of support with his base, whether you all see it or not. I see it every day in the different trenches that I'm in. He's losing a lot of support from his base, and that is causing him to react. Okay, it's causing him to react. Um, so yeah, that's what's bringing him to make some of these decisions. Um, yeah, he's losing it. He's losing it because he gets high off of his own supply, but the supply has to be we like you, we love you. That supply is dwindling. Okay, he has a problem with that. The good part about it is that I don't want to say it's minor, but him, he is, from what I'm looking at here, he is small potatoes. It may sound crazy, but roll with me. He is small potatoes. Okay. So he's small potatoes. So he's making these decisions, because he's flying off the rails. He's trying to figure out what he can do, what he can make stick to quote unquote feel the love again. So, okay. And remember, the answers that I give you all depend on the questions that you ask. So you have to ask the right questions about what's going on, about this war that's not a war in the Middle East. Yeah. Yeah. the nuclear option, all those things. You all have to ask the right questions so spirit can give the answers. But if you don't ask the right questions, then we may, and I say that to say that I hope that I see the correct question. Okay, PYT says 559 for 87 gas in Los Angeles. Okay, so 87 is the regular gas, right? Because see, my car takes premium. So I don't know what regular gas looks like. I mean, I haven't pumped gas for myself since last year. So I don't know what gas prices are because I don't fill up my gas tank. Mr. Hoodoo does that for me. I don't know what prices cost, but I do know that things have gone up. So I guess that's for regular. So yeah, it doesn't even look good. Hey Alvin. He says, can you blame them for emotionally checking out? No, I can't. Fuzzy, hey girl. Hey Kay. Okay, so the next question is from Fuzzy. And Fuzzy asks, has he lost his damn mind or is he pretending? Okay, Fuzzy. Fuzzy here with the question. Fuzzy here with the right questions. Yes. Has he lost his mind or is he pretending? Let's see. And shout out to the California sun. The California sun is shining here through the window. Shout out to the sun. Okay. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see if anything got to say. Okay. What? Hmm. Okay, so Spirit said, I'm sorry, Fuzzy, but Spirit just hijacked your question. Spirit said part of what he's doing right now is because he's running from the law. Okay, this is the Justice card. Okay, Justice card. You all see how pretty the Justice card is? Justice. She purty, right? This is Justice card, but it's in reverse for me. And we got the World card right here. Okay. We got the Wheel of Fortune here, right here. Listen. So this is what's going on. I'm sorry, Fuzzy. I have to go where Spirit takes me. Okay, so listen. He has not lost his mind. He has not lost his mind and he's not pretending. He is doing these things. He is trying to make as much money as he can before he has to face justice, karma, any god he prays to or whatever. Before he has to face ramifications, he is doing whatever he needs to do to get as much money for him and his family. Okay? Before the Grim Reaper comes, before he has to face justice, before he's all of this, not all of it, but at least some of it is and unfortunately he's taking it out on the world, but he's trying to sweep up and grab as much money as he can before this happens. Okay? Before this happens. Unfortunately, he's taking it out on us. But so he knows what he's doing. He's not incompetent or anything like that. He is playing this game, and a lot of what he's doing is to enrich himself and to do whatever he can before it's time for him to meet the piper, meet his maker. Okay? This is what he is doing. Because I don't know, y'all. Okay, how many of you are old enough to remember the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze? And even I'm going back with that. Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, Whoopi Goldberg. Okay. See them demons, them spirits. Okay. He gonna have to pay. The clock is ticking. Okay. And them spirits then came and sat with him wherever he go to sleep at. Them spirits then told him, sir, you are running out of time. Okay. He knows he is running out of time. And he know he got to deal with them damn spirits whenever he whenever he go on to Big Mac McDonald's glory. Okay. He know he gotta deal with them spirits. So he's trying to do everything he can to try and escape what's coming for him. Okay. Growing processes. I just watched that last night. So funny, just watched that last night because I haven't seen ghosts in probably like 30 years. But yeah, so he's doing he's not pretending. He's very for real. He's very for real. But what he's doing, part of what he's doing is he is getting his family as much money as he can before he gone to glory. Okay? Before he gone to glory. So that's yeah, it's kind of sad. He is absolutely a narcissist. Okay. So the next question is from Fuzzy, and Fuzzy asks, "Do the people around him keep him in a bubble, or have they done so in the past?" Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. And if you want to ask a question, be sure to put a purple crystal ball or purple hearts by your question. I know that you're asking a question that you want me to answer. Okay. All right. Whew. Y'all, can I tell y'all how I fucked up? Let me just tell y'all real quick how I fucked up. I fucked up because I should have bought my ticket for Vegas 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when I was looking at it, and the ticket was only $300. And I don't know what the ticket is gonna be now, so I'm shooting myself, slapping myself because Q should have bought her ticket to Vegas a few weeks ago when it was just $300. I don't know what the ticket price gonna be right now, but baby, I'm gonna have to uh see what Mr. Hoodoo's airline points look like because baby, I fucked up. Anyway, let's get to this. Do the people around him keep him in a bubble or did so in the past? So, mhm, um, okay. Who is this? Yes, there are people around him who keep him in a bubble. hmm There are people who keep him in a bubble. There are absolutely people who keep him in a bubble. They try to keep him as okay. So like when some elderly people have like dementia, and you don't want to get them riled up, you try and keep them calm and comfortable, right? So there are people around him that only tells him what he wants to hear. Okay. They think they're doing him a favor, but that's because he can rage. He can rage. But yes, there are people around him that absolutely keep him in a bubble. They keep him isolated. Okay. They keep him in a bubble. They keep him isolated. Okay. They keep him in a bubble. They keep him isolated. So yes. Yes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so the next question is from Sleepy B, and she asks, "Are the images being shared from Iran a sign saying they will attack the greater 48 states?" Okay, so Sleepy B wants to know, are the contiguous 48, are we in danger from Iran? Okay. Are we in danger from Iran? Hey, L Boogie. Hmm. Okay, so we're starting to see. So this card, this Seven of Cups, has already showed up 2 or 3 times already. So this is definitely one that we have to pay attention to. This Seven of Cups card has showed up a couple of times already. I'm trying to catch it in the sun so you all can see. So this has shown up a few times already. So we're starting to see some of the energies of this. Y'all, I hear the turkeys outside. I can't see them, but I hear the turkeys. Not important, but I just want y'all to know that I hear them. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Now what they are doing is there is a lot of psychological warfare going on, right? I don't see it from them. I don't see any type of action from them. I just don't see it. Um I don't see it. Now Iran is doing some things behind the scenes that we can't see, right? But I don't see it from them because according to what has been said by Iran, and I don't know if it's true or not, according to what has been said by Iran, they understand that it's not the American people, but the presidency, the current presidency. So they know it's not us. Okay. Iran, we cool. We cool. Okay, we cool. They know it's not us, they know it's the presidency. So no, I don't see that. I don't see any type of launching of any type of attack or anything like that. I don't see it. Part of their plan is unfortunately to make us feel things financially because they have to work with the power that they have. And unfortunately, part of that is it's a financial blow. And it's a financial blow not only to us, but to certain groups in this country, right? But no, I don't see physical harm coming from Iran. No, I don't see that. Okay. Okay, y'all hear what she said. Please put a purple heart or a crystal ball next to your question. Thank you, boo. Okay, so Fuzzy is back with another question. She said, where is Stephen Longnose Miller? He's dangerous, in my opinion. In my opinion, Fuzzy, he absolutely is dangerous, right? And part of the title for the stream, is this a psyop? Is this the deep state? Is it the tiny hats? What's really going on? Who's really behind a lot of what's going on? This is a great question, Fuzzy. So let's get into it. This is a great question, Fuzzy. Okay. So oh Lord. I always hate to see her whenever she comes out. I always hate to see her. Okay, y'all see Queen of Cups. I always hate to see her. But anyway, let's Queen of Pentacles. Empress. Okay. Tell me about this. Huh. Four of Swords. So where is he? Hmm. Wow. Someone real quick, look up Stephen Miller and see if you can find his birth date. I just need a birth date. Someone look that up for me and then put it in the chat so I can see because yeah, someone find his birth date. I haven't. I think I have his chart. I haven't really done anything on his chart, but I'm not about to pull his chart up right now because we're in the middle of something. Um, hey Kevin. Um, Someone put in his birth date because I need to see something here because I'm seeing different types of energies. I'm seeing different types of energies here. Okay, I see it, y'all. Thank you so much. Really? 823? You mean to tell me why am I older than Steve Miller and he looked like he makes porridge that he used to make porridge in the backyard in the 1400s. Why that man look like that and I'm older than him and he looks like that? He looks like a troll that lives under the bridge, okay? That's what he looks like. He looks like a troll that lives under the bridge and he looks like he drinks mop water. Um and I'm older than him and he looked like that. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay. So is that Virgo? Yeah. Or was it for that year? Is it Leo or Virgo? Because it really depends. The signs change. That date changes depending on the year. Um, that man be drinking mop water cocktails, and you can't tell me otherwise. I sure do use sheer butters. I use my sheer butters. Uh-huh. You should see how I be greasing my neck up. I be greasing myself up at night after my showers. I be all greased up in my sheer butters in the bed. Greasy and shiny as I don't know what. But I do use my sheer butters. I sure do. I sure do. Amen. Um, where is he at? Stephen Miller is in the background. He's pouring money into things. He's pouring money into things. Where is he at? He's in the background, plotting and planning. That's what he's doing. He is providing money. He is providing money. That's what he's doing. He is in the background providing money. Okay. He's in the background. He's doing things with money. He is doing things with money. Yeah, in the background. Mm-hmm. Plotting and planning in the background. I feel like with Stephen Miller, I feel like he has a lot of emotional rage in him. Like I feel like not hatred, but I feel like he's one of those people that um he takes things out because things happen to him, may or may not have happened to him when he was younger, when he was coming up. But because of that, I feel like he has anger and he has like rage and he has enmeshed himself in politics, in this government, and he's taking things out on other people. I feel like something happened to him when he was younger. Okay, I don't know his backstory, but I feel like he's acting out. You know those people. Okay, so you know like how like the bum ass manosphere. You know how they some bums, right? You know how some of them have not gotten over. They sent the girl that they liked in school the little folded up note. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no? And she checked no in the box and gave the letter back to him. And you know how a lot of them are still mad, right? From elementary school and high school, and they taking it out and he's on people in these podcasts. I feel like it's the same thing with Stephen Miller. I feel like something happened to him when he was younger and he has this rage built up. He tries to he fakes like he is what's the word? What's the phrase? He has this facade, right? He has this facade. He wears this mask that he is, that he's a patriot, that he's this upstanding citizen or whatever. He has faked his way into being enmeshed with this government, but he has taken out his rage and his hate, unfortunately, on us, the American people, right? But that's where he is. Stephen Miller is in the background, okay, and he has something to do with money. He has something to do with money in this administration. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what he is. Mm-hmm. Listen. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, here's a question here. Next question is from CS. CS asks, will the 25th Amendment be invoked? Yes, Stephen Miller is a very small man. He's a very small man, and he is taking this hatred out on people because he has the power and ability to do so. Because he has enmeshed himself. Okay. Um, he's definitely dangerous. Okay, but CS asks, will this 25th Amendment be invoked? Now, let's see what Spirit has to say. Let's see what Spirit has to say because I I saw earlier today. Raise your hand if you saw that Alex Jones, okay, one of your favorite podcast boys. Raise your hand if you saw that Alex Jones is pushing for the 25th Amendment to be invoked. Raise your hand if you saw that today because I saw that today. Okay. I'm real nosy in these white people business now. I am nosy as hell in these white people business. Okay. I be all up in their business. I be looking at all types of shit. But I did see that today. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. But let's see. Yes, he is a runt. He is a runt. He is a runt. But yeah, I be all up in these white people business. I be all up in their business. Okay, because I'm nosy. Who is this person? Who is this person? This is like the second time this person has came up. Who is this? Okay, so there are a bunch of people here at play. There are a bunch of people here at play. Oh, there are a bunch of people here at play. Okay, so the question is, will the 25th Amendment be invoked? Right? 25th Amendment. So there are a bunch of people at play. So 1, 2, 3. It's at least 3 different people. Right now, I don't see it. I don't see it right now. No. At least for right now, I don't see it. Now, something could happen tomorrow and that change, but for right now, in this moment, I don't see it right now. It's possible that it may come up, but I don't see it right now. I don't see it right now. He's not in a position. Oh, sorry, y'all. This breeze coming through feels so good. Thank you, God. Oh, thank God. This breeze feels so good. Okay. I don't see um I don't see it right now because, and I hate to say it, the casualties aren't high enough yet. The conflict that's going on right now is not high enough yet. Like, yes, the gas prices are up, the inflation is up. Yes, we're in this dumbass shit. Iran didn't do anything to us, you know. But right now, the casualties aren't that high yet. So I don't see it for right now. What would change that is if there was like mass like even with some of the things that have happened, and we know that illegally stepped in and removed Maduro, right? I told y'all, he said Cuba is next. And, last week he said, I can take Cuba, if I want to, starving out Cuba via no gas, bombing that school of children in Iran, bombing Nigeria on Christmas. And like I told y'all, and remember what I told y'all, they do a lot of spiritual work on these holidays, around these holidays and stuff like that. They do a lot of spiritual work. So make sure y'all pay attention. But even with all that's going on right now, the toll isn't high enough. It's not high enough for it to be invoked. As for right now, it's not high enough. It's not high enough. Shit hasn't completely hit the fan yet for people to be like, all right, y'all, we got to stop this shit. So as of right now, no. As of right now, no. Fuzzy says, I almost bought my son a BMW, but these gas prices make me listen, let me tell you something. Okay. They caught they some money. Okay. Mr. Hoodoo just got his car back. Okay, because Mr. Hoodoo has he has an Alpina, a 7 Series. Okay. And he got his car back for the low price of $2,000. Okay. He just got his car back for the low price of $2,000. Okay. So, um, not to discourage anybody, I love driving the ultimate driving machine. I have a BMW. Mr. Hoodoo has a BMW. But understand, okay, when they are working fine, they are absolutely amazing. If they start acting up, okay, understand. Okay. Amen. All right. But yeah, answering that question, no, I don't see it right now. Okay. Okay, so sexy Irene, hey girl, she says someone sent me something that said that the orange man has agreed to the other people's term. Yeah, so I just heard that before I came on, but it was like Pakistan or whoever it was trying to do this de-escalation or whatever, and Trump said he was going to wait 2 weeks. He was going to extend the deadline for 2 weeks. But Israel, I'm not Israel. Iran said, "Baby, ain't no discussions no more." Okay. Ain't no discussions no more. Um, and remember that this current administration is asking for the complete surrender of Iran, opening the straits back up, all them things. Iran saying ain't no negotiation bid. So, but I did just hear that. Next question is from Growing Process, and she asks, "What are the true thoughts of the Iran regime on American regime under Agent Orange?" Okay, let's see. Let's see what Spirit got to say. Let's see what Spirit got to say. But yeah, like I said, Mr. Hoodoo just got his car back. He paid the mechanic. It was $2,000, but he did have to buy the parts. Um, so he probably spent between $500 and $1,000 on parts too. So probably about 3,000. Yeah, about 3,000. And this was a great low price. Okay, because the dealership was just like, yeah, 10,000 to fix your car. So he was like, oh no, 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 no. So he got his car back for the low price of $3,000 that he just paid, because we just drove up there last week to get his car back. So don't step near none of these foreign cars unless you got some money to back it up. Okay. Okay, so we've seen this card for like the fourth time. This is like the fourth time. All right, y'all. um, they know, they know that it's some sneaky shit going on. They know there's some sneaky shit going on. So Iran knows it's some sneaky shit going on, and that we as in this administration here in the United States would try to claim victory, but some things aren't being thought out. There are some things that are not being thought out because I don't think, and I'm not into politics. I'm not into DC. I'm not into Washington. I'm not a political strategist or whatever like that. Um, but I don't think any of us really thought that the Strait of Hormuz was going to be closed down, right? Right? From what it seems like your boy was told that this is going to be real quick. We just going to, do a couple of bombs or whatever. It's going to be real quick, and then this is going to be over with. I don't think anyone saw the Strait of Hormuz being closed. Okay. And what that potentially does to everyone else, right? Because Yeah, you all have to look at that. There was a map about when some of these last tankers were going to start hitting. So we don't know how bad the inflation potentially will get. And I'm speaking politically, right? This is why, how long have I been telling y'all? Q has been telling y'all for how many years? Make sure you have all the resources that you need. Okay. Get what you need so you have what you need before things disappear, before things get weird. So Q has been saying it for like the past 2 to 3 years. Okay. So, but Iran is just like, they know that this administration thinks that they're going to be successful, but they're not really thinking. But the underhanded shit, and like, understand that Iran doesn't want to do this. Like, they don't want to be in this position to where you ever have like a situation where like you don't want to get ugly. Like you may be pushed to get ugly, but that's not who you are as a person, right? But when you have to get into a position where you got to beat somebody's ass, that's not who you are. But they brought you into the shit. So now you got to show them who the fuck you are. This is where Iran is right now. This is where Iran is right now. So they know all the sneaky shit that happens, that goes on. They think that we're going to be successful. Uh-huh. They think that we're going to be they think that we think we're going to be successful. We, as in the current presidential administration, but they're not thinking. This current administration is not thinking. And unfortunately, they got to do what they got to do. So the thoughts of this regime, they know there's some sneaky shit happening. They know. They know. They know there's some sneaky shit happening, which is sad. It's sad. Like, it will be completely different if, you know, Iran just came over and, like imagine if Iran did to us what we did to Venezuela. Imagine, right? We'd be up in arms. We'd be like, okay, off with their head, right? They didn't do that. And people keep saying, like, oh, go back to 1979. No, you have to understand that Iran was cool and fine, okay? But then the United States and Britain, along with allegedly CIA and Mossad, allegedly, they did some shit in the 50s and put their own patsy in, right? And then Iran had their revolution, ousted our guy, and then they ended up with the Ayatollahs in them. Okay, in 79. All this shit energetically is going back to like 79. But we started that shit first. We started that with them first back in the 50s. Okay? Trying to take their resources, us and the UK. So you got to go back to the 50s. Don't listen to these people talking about, oh, well, in 79, that's their fucking country. That's their country. Whatever resources are there, it's theirs. But we did that back in the 50s, which end up ushering in this long Ayatollah regime. So all these people talking about oh, well, Iran, and they got this dictator, and they're terrible. Motherfucker, terrible here. Terrible here. Okay? Terrible here. All them different treaties that the United States had with Native Americans, and ain't not one of them been honored. Trail of Tears. I mean, we can go through United States history and see the bullshit. So I don't want to hear nobody talk about they have bad leadership and this is a bad country. We be doing that shit too. And we do it to our own people. So remember, this shit go back before 79. This shit go back to the 50s where we did that to them. Remove their guy and put our guy in to bend to our will for their oil resources. Make sure y'all remember shit and look into history, okay? Iran don't want to do this. All this talking about and they bomb this and that. What? I think a lot of people have to come to terms with the shit that the United States of America does. And I think people are coming to terms with it now. It's a lot of shit that we do. Underhanded shit, backhanded shit, trying to put our different people in to try to control other countries' resources, okay? So make sure y'all understand. Make sure y'all understand like history of shit. Okay. Same thing with the P word, Palestine. When them I people, when them tiny hats, when that country, okay, was created, part of um the original rules was, okay, y'all I people, y'all go here. But baby, remember, if you go back to them old maps from the 40s, that was called what? Palestine. Them people were already there. So part of the agreement was, okay, you I people, okay, go here, which was wrong as fuck anyway, because it's already people living in that land, but this is what the white man do. Um, but leave them their land. That was part of the original agreement. You cannot touch the land that the people already have. Go to the places that are uninhabited. So all this, oh, we have a right to exist. Them people were already living there. Them old maps from the 40s says that whole shit was called Palestine. Do not fall for the flim flam. But anywho, let's keep going. Um, don't fall for the flim flam, y'all. Please go back and understand that part of how them people got there, okay, was due to who was it? Was it it was either Rockefeller or other people. Oh, I can't think of the name. I can't think of the name. But yeah, this was a whole um, when you talk about conspiracy theories, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. This was a whole um this was a whole design plot plan. Okay. A whole design. It's gonna kill me until I find out who it is. I'm about to tell y'all. Rothschild, that's who it was. Rothschild. Rothschild and them had this plan in play for them I people to be in Palestine. They were the ones who pulled the strings behind that. The Rothschild. They were the ones who pulled the strings behind that. Okay? They were the ones who did that. Okay? They were the ones who did that. Rothschild. Mm-hmm. Don't let these people tell you the whitewash version of shit. Okay, are the real people actually in charge cutting the US loose because we can't make them money anymore as a country? Mm, okay, so let me say this. In answering this question, ooh. So, and I'm trying to think how to explain this out. Trying to think how to explain it. So, understand that part of what's going on is a ritual, and there are people um behind the scenes pulling strings. Hey, sweet Ace of Silhouette. So understand there are people, there's trickster energy in all of this. Understand that there are people behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. There are people behind the scenes pulling strings, and part of this is a ritual. Part of this is a spiritual, energetic ritual. Okay. So I don't know who you mean by the real people, but no. See, understand money is being made. It's just not being made out front where you can see it. I want you all to, when this is over with, I want you all to go to Poly Market. Mm-hmm. I want you all to go to Poly Market, and I want you all to see the different things that the quote unquote whales are betting on. Okay. So where people are making their money is not necessarily quote unquote in the stock market. And yes, in the stock, there's still some things, because if you got some oil stocks and stuff like that, or like index funds and stuff, you're still making money. Like if you have like money like in Palantir and stuff, you're still making money. But I want y'all to go to Polymarket. Mm-hmm. Go to Polymarket and see the different things that people are betting on. Because one of the things with Polymarket, someone had, before this war had even started, it was like, I can't remember the exact time frame, but it was maybe like a week or so, or even like I don't want to say the incorrect time frame. Someone had betted on whether or not the US and Israel would strike Iran. Somebody betted on that. And it was like a few days later, we saw what happened at the end of February, right? Somebody made money. Okay. There's a lot of insider trading going on. And look at Polymarket. Look at Polymarket. Okay. Also, tonight, okay, so we know that the deadline for quote unquote not blowing Iran off the map was like 6 o'clock Eastern. Right before that, some of the other markets had jumped because there's insider information going on, insider trading, insider information going on. We just can't see it. But go to Polymarket. Go to Polymarket, look and see what people are betting on. Okay. I need for you all to make sure that you are seeing what's going on. Okay. Remember, we talked about bread and circuses and the people want revolt. Remember, we talked about that. There are so many things being put into our field of view for us to worry about and pay attention to. And I'm not saying, don't pay attention to things, but understand there are games afoot. Okay. And the insider trading is going on, just not where you see it at. Okay. Look in the Polymarket. Mm-hmm. Look in the Polymarket. But this is energetic. This is energetic. This is spiritual. Okay. I don't know who you're talking about, the real people, but no, them people are actually whatever you want to call them. I don't know what you're referring to when you say them people, government, deep state, or whatever. The people are still in charge. The people are still in charge. Them powers that be, they are still in charge. And this is a ritual. This is an absolute ritual. Uh-huh. This is an absolute ritual. This is a ritual. This is a ritual. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go to Polymarket. Go to Polymarket. Go to Polymarket and look around. Go to Polymarket and look around. Mm-hmm. Understand all the different things that are being given to us to pay attention to this week. Mm-hmm. But the silly shit is not something that you probably should be paying attention to. The silly shit, the stupid shit. Mm-hmm. Go to Polymarket. I'm gonna find some of the stuff on Polymarket, and I'm gonna put some screenshots up for y'all to see. I'm gonna put some screenshots up for y'all to see. Let me see. Okay, you say you forgot to put the crystal ball. Okay, so let me see. Okay, you forgot to put the crystal ball. Okay, so you're probably talking about this. Okay, so Alvin Gracie has the next question. Do you think he's going to be alive by the time he leaves the White House? Oof. Now listen, I'm not wishing death on people, but I mean, if you are a rapist, an essayer, an abuser, you're doing something disgusting like unaliving children or like the Epstein foolishness and stuff. Yes, I am going to. I am going to. There are so many people. I have never seen so many people happy potentially for a leader to die. It's absolutely insane how many people are just like they're going to have a party as soon as he dies. And I say insane like I've never seen that before. Um, him and BB. I've never seen so many people say that they're ready for them to just croak off. Hey Isis. Um, do I think he's going to same person here? Do I think he's going to be alive by the time he hmm. I think he will. I think he will. I don't see anything that's like major changes here. I don't see anything now. He may get more combative. He may depress, mentally. Um, I don't see him dying before his term is up. I don't see it. Unfortunately, he's one. I keep telling y'all. Unfortunately, the current president is one of those people that's just he just got this spiritual energy. You know how you see like some people who are like old drunks and they live to be like 99, 100. He's one of them. He's one of them. Okay. He's one of them. Um, but your question is, do you think he's going to be alive by the time he leaves the White House? Question is, when is he leaving the White House? That's the question. But as of right now, I don't see him going anywhere. I see things potentially getting harder for him, rough for him, combat, him being more angry and combative, him saying things that's just like, what the fuck is going on? I don't see that type of transition. I don't see that right now. Sorry, what do you want? Okay. Yeah, I don't see that right now. I don't see that right now. Okay. Okay, so where's the question? Okay. Um, yeah, I don't see that right now. Okay, so Gloria 883 asks, who is really running the government right now? Good question. I mean, we got two nurses here in the chat. Fuzzy, Sexy RN. What is your professional opinion of the current president of the United States? I mean, I heard that he got congestive heart failure and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not his doctor. But based on what y'all have seen, when patients are starting to go downhill and stuff, what do y'all? Just a question. Just a question. Who is really running the government right now? Who is this right here? That's a good question. Yeah, some people definitely in the background. Wait, who is that? Who is that? Who is this? Now, we need to figure out who this person is. Because this is Trump right here. This is Trump right here. This is the Sun card. I'm sorry, it's a lot of space. This is the Sun card, right? This is Trump. This is Trump. This is him. Okay. This is him because he has a Leo ascendant. Okay. Leo ascendant. Okay. He's a Gemini sun sign, but he's Leo ascendant, and this is what we know him for. Well, I'm trying to figure out who is this? Who is this woman right here? Woman or person right here? I don't know who that is. We need to figure out who that is. But someone is ruling through him. Someone is ruling through him. Whoever this person is ruling through him. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, whoever this is ruling through him. So he is absolutely a puppet right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, Fussy says dementia alone won't end him for a long time. We would see more and more decline. Chronic diseases like congestive heart failure and diabetes are treated with medicine, so a quick downfall, I don't see. I don't see it either, especially being that someone in his position would have access to good health care, right? And with good health care, depending on what it is, people can, live out for a long time. Sexy RN says he reminds me of someone in the beginning stages of dementia. Yeah, and he's going to be 80. He's going to be 80 this year. So 80 or 81 this year. So I mean, he still walks around and stuff like that. He don't look like what, when you say 80 years old, there's a certain picture that comes to your mind. He doesn't necessarily look like that. He still walks. He's not having a walker. Yeah, he rambles and stuff like that. But for him to be 80, he don't look that bad. He don't look that bad. Like, hell, my grandmother is in her 80s. My grandmother is older than him, and she still get around. And she can't drive because she never had a driver's license, but she still get around and she make a fuss. And now my grandmother is starting to have, dementia and stuff like that. But as far as her like getting around and stuff like that, she's not fat. She's not taking weird medicine and stuff like that. Like, but whoever this is, they are ruling through him. So let's try and see if we can figure out who that is. Because I'm nosy and I want to know too. But someone is ruling through him. L Boogie says it's one of the elite J's ruling through him. They're blackmailing him with his involvement with Epstein. Listen, that Epstein shit is so much more than just the grape and the sexual assault and the trafficking. Seeing that them people had something to do with the financial downfall of 2008. The money laundering, the other people in different countries, princes, kings, princesses in different countries, the way that they focused on different leaders, the genetic stuff. I was looking at some stuff in the Epstein files that was talking about the VMAT gene, the God gene, weird experiments and stuff like that. And it's a lot going on in the Epstein. It's a lot going on in the files. The movie I saw an Epstein survivor says they were doing the weird something I just found out about the Epstein files, which I have to go dig myself. If you ever saw the movie The Island, Michael Bay, The Island, that came out in like 2006, something like that, one of the Epstein survivors said she was out there at Zorro Ranch where they were doing weird experiments and stuff and then women having babies and stuff like that. She said, yeah, she met Michael Bay at Zorro Ranch. He came out to Zorro Ranch. And they were doing weird experiments and stuff and weird doctor's tables and stuff. And then she was like, it was real funny because the next year, the movie The Island came out. And if you remember the movie The Island with Scarlett Johansson, Michael Duncan Clark, Ewan McGregor, Steve Buscemi, the rich people had clones of them born and raised in this underground facility so that whenever they needed like a lung or a kidney or an organ transplant or something like that, they would get it from their clones. This was 2005, 2006. So the weird genetic stuff, I just saw something about creating headless humans for organ harvesting and farming. It's a bunch of weird shit with these Epstein files. It's not just about the sex trafficking and rape of women and children. It's not just about that. It's a whole bunch of shit in there. The world behind the world, right? So yeah, just thought y'all should know. Just thought y'all should know. In addition to some of the esoteric stuff, Jeffrey Epstein was interested in like people who had like psychic abilities and stuff like that. Go look up the VMAT2 gene. There's something that they want to do with the VMAT2 gene. It's like people who are more like spiritual and like connected to the spiritual and the unseen and stuff. Like some of these people are like harder to control, so they were trying to identify that gene. It's a whole bunch of weird shit in the Epstein files, y'all. It's a whole bunch of weird shit in there. But go look up the VMAT2 gene because I was looking at that. A bunch of stuff, y'all. a bunch of stuff. Okay. And who was it? I think it was Chase Bank just settled some Epstein files type stuff. They just had this huge settlement. Okay. Epstein files is something else. Mm-hmm. Epstein files. Okay, who is this person? Who is this? Whoever this person is, they have a weird relationship with him. This is a weird relationship. I know somebody said they think it's Stephen Miller. I don't know if it's Stephen Miller, but this person has a weird relationship with him, and it's a monetary relationship. This is a monetary relationship. This is a weird relationship. Um, very weird relationship. This person is funneling money. So if you all want to get into it, you have to follow the money. There's this weird relationship. A weird relationship. This isn't a new relationship either. This is a relationship that has been established. This is a major relationship. And this is someone that, of course, doesn't want to be seen. I don't think it's JD. I don't think it's JD. I think it's someone else. But this is someone has ties to his past, ties to the current president's past, someone he's known for a while, and someone who is funneling money, pushing money, pushing money. I kind of feel like it's because we have a major relationship here, okay? Because this is a lover's card, so this is a major relationship. Major relationship. Now, Fuzzy says she think it's BB. Something tells me, it just popped into my head, something tells me that it's Kushner. Something tells me that it's Kushner. So we would have to independently go down the rabbit hole and go see what Kushner talking about in that relationship. This is a major relationship, and money is being pushed into this. Major relationship. My mind just said Kushner, but this is a major relationship. Someone that is ruling through him. This is a major relationship, and there's a lot of money involved. A lot of money involved. A lot of money involved. Major relationship. So we'll have to go see. But whoever it is, they're ruling through him. Ruling through him. Okay, so the next question is from Alvin. Alvin asks, is China eventually going to help Iran because of their partnership? Yeah, I don't see it being JD. Even though JD is backed by Peter Thiel and him. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's Kushner. Okay. So asking about China. Will China eventually help Iran? Will China eventually help Iran? Snake. Funny, we got the symbolism here with snake. We have fire and we have snake. That is some China imagery there. So, rumor is that Iran is already helping. Rumor is that Iran is already helping. Rumor is that Iran is receiving recon information from China. That is the rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's the rumor. Here's the thing. So if the rumor is true, then Iran is already being helped by them. But answering your question, it would really depend on what happens. It will really depend on what happens. Who are these people? Hold on a sec. Who's this coming up my street? Okay, anyway. Okay. It depends. It depends on how China views whatever some of the actions are. So it depends. So it's kind of like if A happens, it's kind of like a programming statement. It's like an if statement. If this happens, then China will do this. So it depends on the action. It depends on the action. But the thing about it is, China may have, there may be some type of partnership, but you got to watch China because China is up to no good. I'm not saying China is some terrible country, but some of the leadership in China going to always look out for China. So you got to watch out for that snake energy, right? Everything that China does is for China. Okay? Um so China being a partner would, because it would be something beneficial for China, not because China really wants to help. Does that make sense? So this is like an if statement. So is China eventually going to help Iran? It depends on what if. It depends on what type of action is taken, because China would see it as a way for them to provide justice to Iran. But then, okay, if I help you out, what am I going to get from that? Right? So it depends on what happens. It depends on what happens. Fuzzy says China is already helping. So are so many other countries he's been overly distant. Yeah. And that's why, like the last time we had a reading, remember I told you all the United States has lost its place, right? So many people that were our partners are just like, nah, fuck y'all. So the more people that we alienate, because right now we are looking like the bullies, picking on people for no reason, right? So, but like I said, there was a rumor that China is already helping providing reconnaissance for Iran via Chinese satellites, right? So the partnership is allegedly already there. But the thing about it is, for China to potentially get more involved than just simple recon and email and pictures will be, it depends on what actions happen. It has to be more than something like that for China to truly get in, to try for China to truly get in, jump in this. Okay. Let me see. Hey girl, hey. Uh what Fuzzy said right here? She said, Lord, hold on a second, I can't see. Okay. Fuzzy asks, are white people waking up to the fact that black people and others aren't their enemy, or are they just willfully ignorant? Well, Fuzzy, that is a very great question. And I'm going to answer this one right here. Let's see. Because, baby, the tea is hot. And they show out there talking about, why aren't you protesting? Baby, we ain't going out there. We ain't going out there. We're going to be right at home. Shoot. I think I might fry me some shrimp tonight. Y'all can go play at somebody else's face. I ain't going out there. You must think I'm stupid. Y'all go out there. Okay, black people stay home and stay safe. Okay, but let's see. Are they willfully ignorant? All right, let's see. Okay, so something is changing. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Let's see this foolishness right here. Let's see this right here, cuz. No, no. Let me close this window, son. So I don't need all of our business. I don't need everybody to hear all our business outside. Okay. So answer your question. No, girl. No. 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 So there are some things that are changing with them, but in their mind, they're still the victim. Okay. In their mind, they're still oppressed. So are they still willfully ignorant? Yeah. Yeah. They no. They no. 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 Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now recently there are some changes there. There are some changes there, but in their mind, they still can't see the role that they play in things. In their mind, they're wrapped up and they're trapped. Okay. In their mind, they are wrapped up and they are trapped and they don't know. They out here talking about they don't know what to do. But no, in their mind, they're victims. They're with everything that's going on right now, they're not even thinking about us. They're not thinking about us as far as things are happening to us too. Right now, things are only happening to the white people in their mind. Things are only happening to the white people in their mind. Things are only happening to them because in their mind, all of us are poor anyway, right? So in their mind, we don't have anything to lose. In their mind, it's just them falling victim to this. So no, girl, no, no, child. I'm so tired of them damn people. Okay, I'm going to probably answer a couple more questions. Leo Lady says, I am so glad he's a Virgo and not a Leo, but he'll be better for you. She said he looked like that because he evil. Our good sis here said, hate ages you. Yes. Mm-hmm. I definitely use my sheer butters. Listen, Leo Lady said, always a Virgo. Listen, I had to sit back and take the L because a lot of the serial killers in the United States, they are mutable sun signs. Mutable sun signs. So, I had to take the L with that. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let me get it out to it. Okay, next question is from Fuzzy. Fuzzy asks, is Steven's ancestors those dirt? Fuzzy, go to the wall. Go to the wall. Go to the wall. I need for Fuzzy, go right to the wall for asking this question. Go right to the wall. Go right to the wall, Fuzzy. Yeah, I need for you to go to the wall, girl. Because you're wrong for that. Are his ancestors those? CM1, do not laugh at Fuzzy. Okay? Fuzzy is going straight to the wall for asking this question. I can't with you, Fuzzy. I could die. I can't. All I'm gonna say is his people traveled a long way. His ancestors traveled a long way. I can't with Fuzzy. Go. No, ain't no free Fuzzy. The CS, don't be out here talking about free Fuzzy. Fuzzy knows she was wrong for asking that question. Fuzzy girl, yeah, you gotta go stand in the corner just for a little minute. Just for a little minute. Just for like 5 minutes, Fuzzy. Not the double H people. All I'm gonna say is, maybe this will answer your question, maybe not. All I can say is his ancestors traveled a long way. His ancestors traveled a long way before they came to America. Them ancestors traveled a long way. They traveled from the mountains. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because Fuzzy ain't gonna get me caught up out here. Um Okay, the next question is from Fuzzy. Okay. And she asks, did the firing of the 20 generals, black and others, result in the jet falling out of the sky? Yeah, Fuzzy out here. Fuzzy out here starting shit. All I'm gonna say is Fuzzy is his people came from the mountains. His people came from some mountains and they traveled a long way. So now we're answering this question right here. No. Oh, damn. Mm-mm. Result in a jet falling out of the sky? No. No. As crazy as it sounds, this was a scheme set up by Todd for some money. This was a scheme set up by Todd for some money. I don't know if maybe they don't have to pay them as much, or maybe they save money, but firing them, that was about money. Firing them, that was about dominance, and it was about money, and it was about removing people who couldn't protest, but mainly about money. This was about money. It was about money. Nothing to do. This is sick. This is actually pretty sick. This is about money, and how do you say it? It was to keep certain things from moving forward. So yes, it was about money. I don't know if this was saving money or whatever, but this was money has something to do with it. But also, so certain actions could not have taken place or couldn't have taken place. This was this was establishment. This was people stopping certain things from taking place, and something to do with money. I don't know if it was getting money for the jet, or I don't know if it was firing these people. They save money, but money, and so that certain actions could not be taken. So, yeah, it's like, I don't want to say like I'm getting like establishment, government. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's like sometimes I get like certain energies in my head and I can't explain it. But this is like establishment, government. It was like establishing something. It was almost like creating a group of people, or having just a group of people that would either do or not do things. So this was about creating something new. But in order to create something new or start down this new path, they had to get rid of some people. But it was partially about money too. But this is like removing people who would say something, removing people who would do something, because something else is being established behind the scenes and we just can't see it yet. Like, almost like a private army. Almost like removing people who would stand against some things, but it's almost like creating a private army. Like, There are things happening behind the scenes that we can't see, okay? And claiming quote unquote DEI and all like that. Meanwhile, y'all saw the black man out there flying the spaceship. Yesterday going to the moon, the Artemis 2 mission, right? Just saying. DEI got their asses back behind the moon, okay, back up to the moon. But anyway, um, this is like I feel like there is some private shuffling going on, like a private army or like a private Gestapo, a private brigade, a private force is being set up behind the scenes. But in order to do that, they had to get rid of people. I hope that makes sense. Um, Kevin says, I think this is the first time that I don't have a single question about this topic. I'm just both shocked and detached by the wickedness of all of this right now. It's a lot for me, for real. It absolutely is a lot because, listen, this this absolutely is a lot, especially if you are paying attention to things every day. Some people have checked out and don't care. Some people said they're not going to pay any attention to it because they can't do anything about it. Some people who are really interested in politics and political science and stuff like that are watching. Some people are paying attention because they realize these things affect all of us, right? Whether we know it or not. And for some people, some people are really having a, what's the word? Not ontological shock, but there's a low key like ontological shock that's happening. And a lot of people are waking up from what they thought was a good decision that they made, right? Um, yeah. So, it's a thing. It is a thing for some people. A lot of people are worried, a lot of people are scared. A lot of people just, they just don't know what to do. I would just say that if you feel like it's too much, spiritually cleanse yourself. Or Kevin, I know you're a Christian, whatever prayers that may work for you to calm you down or whatever you need to do, do it. I definitely would suggest you go outside and ground yourself, feet in the grass, and ground yourself because there's a lot going on right now. There's psyops going on. There's quote unquote deep state going on. This is spiritual energy as well. Okay, all these different people and quote unquote the government saying that it's okay to bomb Iran off the face of the map because they're ready to build the temple again. So like there's a lot going on energetically. And if you have to step away from this and not pay attention for a while, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Drink some tea or exercise or water or whatever you need to do. But it's a lot going on. That's a lot going on, right? And if you are someone that has problems with regulating your energy, regulating your emotions, regulating your nervous system, do whatever you can to do to take a step back. Okay? Because it's a lot going on. I never thought in my mind I would wake up seeing some shit talking about we just gonna bomb Iran off the face of the map. Like what? So understand all the different things at play. Okay. Um, Kevin says as long as the strait is closed, Iran will always have the upper hand. The fix is in. So yeah, this is a lot. It's a lot, and unfortunately, I have to pay attention to things because I'm also tracking the astrology. And let me just tell you all, we just started April. Mm, I told you all that 2026 is going to be one for the history books. And right now, historical things are happening. We have our next major planetary transition with Uranus moving into Gemini this month in like a week and a half. Okay. A week. So not next week, but the week after next, Uranus is going to be moving into Gemini. So understand, like when I'm seeing the conversations about, are we going to use a nuke on Iran? Is there a nuclear option? Nuclear football? These are the same energies coming back in. So I'm not worried, but I have to pay attention to things because I have to track the astrology and the events, right? For historical purposes. So I get it. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot, y'all. So next question is from Fuzzy. Next question is from Fuzzy. And this is probably like the last question I'll get to, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Because it's a lot. It's a lot going on. And I'm starting to get a headache, which means like I need to back away from this too. But yes, it's a lot going on. A lot going on. Okay, so Fuzzy says, why didn't he put his hand on the Bible when he was sworn in? Does he think he is God? Now, girl. Now you know this man is a little cuckoo cocoa puffs. It's so funny because I've seen people talk about that. I have seen people talk about he didn't put his hand on the Bible to be sworn in. I've seen people talk about that. Why didn't he put his hand on the Bible? Well, first of all, he's not Christian. He's not Christian, so you know, that's that. He thinks he's above that. Not his hand was floating on top of the Bible like the Titanic. Yeah, he thinks he's above that. He thinks he's above that. But I mean, like, if it were me, I wouldn't be putting my hand on it either because I'm not Christian. Like, I don't do things for other people, if that makes sense. Like, I'll mingle and I don't want to say pretend. I know how to protect myself when I'm in certain groups of people. But that man is not a Christian. Okay? He just fooled people into believing he was a Christian. I wouldn't be sworn in on a Christian Bible because I'm not Christian. Like, and to me that's wrong to do. Like, don't use certain things as props. But yeah, he's not Christian, but he thinks he's above that. He thinks he's above that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Zoran Mamdani, he didn't get sworn in on the Bible either because he's not Christian. He's Muslim. New York mayor, right? But he actually is a Muslim. Um, so the but no, Trump will do whatever he need to do to get shit done. Okay? He will probably be gay for pay if that means he can get something out of it. Um, listen, them people think that he's a Christian. I can't tell you how many people who are just like, well, he said he was Christian and we support Trump and they buying the Trump Bibles and all this other bullshit. Oh, he fooled a lot of people. He fooled a lot of people. Unfortunately, he fooled dumb people because I'm sorry. And I have a meme that I haven't put up on my YouTube wall yet because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to like make it seem like I'm being mean. But you know, like how some people get caught up in shit. You get caught up in shit because you're dumb. And I say that as respectfully as possible. Oh, he's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. You got to look at people's actions and their track records, not what they say. You have to look at what they do, not what they tell you. Anyone examining the actions of his past would know it would be a problem to have him as president. This isn't even about like hating Trump. He is in things for himself. And the person that is the president of the United States is supposed to be someone even potentially even willing to die for this country, because that is what the position requires. It requires doing something for all of us, for the greater good, not for yourself. So you look at people's track record, you look at what they do as the best indicator of what future potentially will be. Bankrupted his own companies. Okay, he was a slumlord. People out here talking about Christian values, and this man was cheating on his wife. But he's a Christian, right? Okay, sure. All of those things let you know he is not fucking trustworthy. Okay. So yes, like I said, I don't want to say it. You know, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but some people really get caught up in stuff because they're dumb. Unless you're like a child, or you're underage and you don't have a say or something, like that's different. But people out here with fully developed brains, you out here in your 50s talking about, oh, I'm gonna vote for him because he's such and such, such and such. And now you see his ass is being ran too. So now the cognitive dissonance and people in their ontological shock, and they out there crying on Twitter, yeah, I voted for him, but please stop telling us that we were stupid because, please stop telling us that we were stupid. We realize now we made a bad decision, but please stop telling us that we were stupid, sir, ma'am. Okay. He was a fucking celebrity apprentice. Now I know it worked for Ronald Reagan. Okay. And like some of these people are fucking stupid. Like y'all don't even, not y'all, but people didn't even know that Make America Great Again, that shit came from Reagan. He didn't even have his own fucking slogan. He will do anything to win. And people like that are dangerous. He will do anything to win, not anything to win for the betterment of others. He would do anything to win for himself. But anywho, so why didn't he? Because he thinks he's above all of that. Does he see himself as a god? Not a god, but he sees himself as real high up there. He sees himself as someone who is a gift to this planet. Answering Fuzzy's question, he sees himself as someone he's a gift to this planet. That's how he truly sees himself. That's how he truly sees himself. It's quite interesting, but that's how he sees himself. But he out here he was playing everybody. So, well, not people who aren't stupid. People out here talking about, oh, he's such and such. He's deporting the illegals, baby. Oh, Barack Obama deported more illegals than people whose time was up in this country. Barack Obama did. I had a friend in college. She was here in the United States on a student visa. As soon as she graduated, oh, baby, Obama got her ass up out of here. That was my friend. The baby, she sure went back to Cameroon. Oh, she was deported. Obama got her ass up out of there. Okay. Obama has deported more people than Trump. Okay. So, but yeah. This was interesting. This was very, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, this was very interesting. So, you know, I don't know what you all think about all this is going on, but all of us just have to stay tuned to what's going on. Make sure you take time for yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. Give yourself some time to relax. Okay. Go snuggle up in your bed on the couch, turn on Netflix, get you some wings. Okay. Some wings, a little nightcap, and decompress because it's a lot going on and it really is bothering people's nervous systems. So, make sure that you're taking care of yourself because it's a lot going on, y'all. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all very, very much. Um, like I said, 2026 is going to be was going to be a very, very interesting year, baby. It's April. We still have we still got to get through the rest of the year. We still got to get through the rest of the year. So, I love y'all very, very much. Please make sure that you take care of yourselves and control what you can control, and understand that some of what's happening right now is the United States has to energetically pay for things. Some of this stuff is fated astrologically. Um, and just understand, you do what you can do for you and your family. Control what you can control, use your magic. If you need to order more medicine and the doctor's office will only give you a 30-day supply, use your magic to get you a 90-day supply. Right? Use your magic to get you some extra money for food or for gas or whatever it is that you need to do. Control what you can control, because right now this is bigger than all of us. But we are living through historical times. So just know I love y'all very, very much. I love y'all very, very much. And I'm going to see y'all in these YouTube streets. But yeah, I gotta find some Polymarket screenshots for y'all, because understand there are levels at play. Levels of the shit is at play. It is of my opinion that yes, this is deep state. This is Trump is the puppet man, deep state, but a lot of these things are just it's just coalescing. It's all filtering in. But overall, the United States has to pay for its sins. And then, there's talk about um a country being in power for only 250 years, and then there's a new one in place. So we have to see what's happening and what's going to happen on the world stage. We have to see this. The financial industrial reset is here. We talked about the Great Reset, all those different things. We talked about that. We talked about that. So just like I said, just take care of and do what you can do. Protect yourselves, protect your family. Do what you got to do, y'all. All right. So I love y'all very, very much. I will see y'all in this YouTube stream.